Hello, thanks for joining us. The purpose of our video is to help you understand how to operate a checkpoint successfully for the time trials. We'll show you the equipment issued, the way it should be used, and later we'll look at a checkpoint in operation. The first item of equipment is the digital clock. Handle it gently. It's in a case to prevent buttons from being pressed by accident. The clock is already set to the official time, so there's no need to remove it from its case. We now deal with the digital recorder. It's located in the blue pouch attached to the clipboard. Approximately 2 minutes prior to the time that the first boat is due at your checkpoint, it's necessary for you to turn the digital recorder on. Remove the digital recorder from the blue pouch, slide the hold switch down to the off position. Turn to the face panel and press the Rec, Pause, Record button. The display face will show Rec, and also a tiny red light at the top edge of the recorder will indicate that you are now recording. Slide the hold switch back up into the lock position. Place the digital recorder back into the blue pouch. This is all that is required. The recorder must be left on, in other words, set and forget. The final item of equipment is the checkpoint sheet. Each checkpoint sheet is individual and lists the competitors at the theoretical time of arrival at your mark. The left column shows the boat's competition number. The second gives the boat name. The third is for recording the actual time of arrival. The hour and minute have been pre-printed. The second of arrival is to be recorded here, and the minute changed if the competitor arrives on the wrong minute. To record a minute change, simply rule a single line through the incorrect minute and record the correct minute above or below the original entry. Please do not obliterate the original figures. Together with your checkpoint sheet, you'll find some written instructions, which we'd like you to study before taking up your duties for the day, and a chart of the course, which may be of assistance in guiding you to the correct anchoring position. Conducting the checkpoint. In order to conduct a checkpoint, it's necessary to have 3 people in your team, but 4 is better. We need a timekeeper, a sighter, a recorder, and an observer. Let's look at these in detail. The timekeeper. We all think timekeeping is simple, but in a checkpoint crew it requires a great deal of concentration. The timekeeper is the linchpin to the accuracy of the check.
The minute is 17, 24, 25.
When starting the count, it's important to firstly call the minute, followed by each second, and then to continue the count until told to stop.
35, 36,
Pay attention to the clock and don't gaze about.
40, 41.
Try to get into the habit of accenting the syllable on which you call the actual change of the second, and this will improve the accuracy of the check.
50, 51, 52, 53, 54.
It's also important that you do not stop after 59 to notify the change in minute,
0, 1, 2,
but wait until after you are told to stop counting.
The minute is now 18.
This is important as the timekeeper does not know when a boat is passing, and the calling of the clock must be continuous for the timing to be accurate.
The minute is now 36.
When there are no boats approaching, it's helpful if each minute change is called into the tape to facilitate location of sections of the tape by the committee later in the day.
The minute is now 38.
The sighter's duty is to keep a watch for the arrival of boats, to tell the timekeeper when to start counting, and to call the boat number and the time of arrival when the boat crosses the mark. Give your team plenty of notice when a boat is approaching.
Is the boat approaching the mark?
and have the timekeeper commence the count about 10 seconds before the boat reaches the timing point.
Count please, Nikki.
This will give a little time to settle down to a steady count.
7, 8, 9...
8 seconds, 4:01. There's 2 boats approaching now.
As a boat approaches, confirm its competition number, and if there are 2 or more boats, call out their numbers and the order in which they are approaching.
Looks like they're changing positions. I think 438 will arrive at the mark first. You count please, Nikki.
The minute's 39, 35, 36, 37, 38...
38 seconds.
39, 40,
438.
41, 42, 43,
43
44,
seconds.
45, 46. The minute was 39.
Do not use the words now or mark when the boats reach the timing point, as this will leave the determination to be made by someone other than the observer, and it is not accurate. Do not guess the timing. If a boat is accidentally missed or is hidden behind a larger vessel, note the checkpoint sheet accordingly, and the committee will average the competitor at that point. Timing of a boat is to be taken at the front of the hull, ignoring the bowsprit or any other protrusion, and the time is on the last second called before the front of the hull passes the mark or the split post. For example, if at the call of, say, 45, the front of the hull is just marginally past the split post, then the timing was 44. Remember, the last second called before the front of the hull passes the mark and not the nearest second. Don't get flustered if 2 or more boats are approaching, but do give a running commentary if they're very close together.
4:01, 4:84, gaining rapidly.
The tape recording will then give the committee a better chance of determining the time of each competitor if some of the detail is missed at the checkpoint.
25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30...
The sighter must also watch for changes of speed or direction which warrant a penalty. This will be covered later.